do you think of the word sound? I'm sure many different answers will come out to this simple question, either by definition or by creative thought and frequency. Now, if you're humane and play a rhythm game, this question is more so directed at you. What do you think of the word sound? Is it crackling fire? Is it a flow of a river? Maybe a thunderstorm? Or perhaps just a buzzing bee? I ask this because there's many visuals that can be in place for our minds during mapping. Some of these simple elements are used in songs. It all simply stems from frequency of sound, the sound that can create all sounds. But in the process of mapping, it's hard to construct a good visual and playable structure that is deemed worthy for the mass of players. And for me, well, I want to be more on the creative front of those two main points, except I don't apply much practice into the general thought. So the start of this marathon occurred. The idea of this marathon is to fast track ideas into my mind instead of taking a boatload of time to consider what is perfect or not according to a song. So then, why take the brute force approach of mapping continuously every day? Well, I suck, massively, or so I think. I'm a very self-motivated person, or in other words, I'm lonely. My motivations aren't driven from other people, so in result, I'm the only person that can judge myself accordingly to my goals. And I judge myself quite harshly most of the time, leading to a lack of motivation to map anything at all, creative or not. So putting myself into the mindset of expecting to complete a map regardless of quality seemed to be the only choice for me to gain my motivation back. Now to give some background on my mapping history, I have been continuously mapping for about 10 to 11 months. There's been a few maps that are published by me older than that time frame, but I never took the mapping too seriously. In this time frame, I managed to rank 2 beat maps and placed 3rd in the mapping contest. But honestly, there wasn't that much contestant, so I won't name it here. You can do the research if you really want to. I also got into modding to further study on ideas, while trying to also improve those ideas for other mappers. It was more of an indirect way of gaining ideas for my future maps. With that being said, you should have at least an expectation of what these maps can look like. The ideas will be random, sometimes visualized as dumb snappings, but that's the main point of this mapping marathon, to explore a variety of ideas and apply them based on how I feel on the song. The showcase will display all 30 maps in 15-second clips, each showing the title and artist in a hour to minute format. Now then, enjoy the selection.
side of their lips. Whisper this and whisper that until you offer your track. Now use a chunk with a willy lump in your back. Get it together, man. Stop living within a duffel bag.
So, what did I gain from all this? Experience, top 1. I was able to stay motivated through the entire duration of this marathon, allowing me to learn and apply new ideas into my mapping. Now I'll restate one thing. I still suck at mapping. Despite my efforts, my mapping is still pretty dull and uninteresting to the masses of people. That's fine though. This was only a stepping stone towards far more. Every experience has been that way, and I know that in myself I still improved in some way. And perhaps that won't be seen in a long time, unfortunately. The further I went into this marathon, the more time I wanted to spend on charts that I can express further with the emotion. I started to get mentally exhausted from the idea of not being able to do just that. Taking in emotion takes a lot more effort to display in a fashion that is deemed extraordinary or unique. However, my speed has greatly improved on gaining ideas and remaining consistent to those ideas to form a great and enjoyable structure to play. Not for long, no trust, though. That's a whole other set of concepts to deal with in the future. The one thing that kept swaying my motivation consistently was the thought of the masses. In other words, what did other people think? During this time, I've been uploading each of these days to two Discord servers, OSU Mania, Mapping and Modding Hub, and OSU Game. For all maps posted, I received an astounding 0 comments on each of these maps themselves. That made it quite hard to gauge out if people were interested in what I was sharing or not. And at the first half of this marathon, the thought of being uninteresting really took a blow towards my motivation. Was sharing just a wasted effort? Is making this video a waste of my own effort? Ultimately, yes. Yes, it is. But during these times, I had to reinstate my thoughts. Why did I want to share to people? The answer was formed on day one, and I needed a reminder of that point. It is simply to inspire at least one singular person in this community to start mapping or gain motivation to achieve a greater height of their mapping career. That's why I continue to share for all these days. Anyone can make the argument that I didn't need to share to people, as I could simply do this marathon solo, shed away from people. I'm sure there's many people that beat me in speed or experience. Perhaps there's that one person just mapping daily as a habit. But I still want to inspire at least one person, that's all. Now you may ask the question of, why take a rhythm game so seriously? I simply like the act of just being creative in expression. I have my history and interest for being in creative fields such as writing, for example. Never took it so far and beyond, but that's being held off for now. Right now my focus is here in mapping to make charts that I can provide visual to a song. And of course, that doesn't mean I'll stray away from traditional mapping. Even that can be good expression. Nothing is absolute. After all, I'm still a player of a rhythm game that hasn't changed yet. I hope this can reach a person that is looking for motivation or even inspiration on ideas. Otherwise, this will truly be futile. If you're one of the two categories of people, just map. Don't concern yourself on how your map will generally turn out. Concepts will change from initial thought. Keep that in mind. Anyway, you can find the map pack containing all these songs linked in the YouTube description. See you later.